Hey everybody, we are live. Welcome to another episode of Meet the Athletes, a special presentation by Clydesdale Media. Before I get to my guest, I need to thank my sponsors. RX Smart Gear provides world-class jump ropes, grips, and other gear for us all. Use the discount code Clydesdale15 for 15% off your order at rxsmartgear.com. Mobility Movement, MVMNT, is a program that teaches you how to increase your capacity to heal, reduce recovery time, and restore your nervous system to peak health. Everyone gets a free 7-day trial, but after that, our listeners get an additional free month when you use the code Clydesdale free month at mobilitymvmnt.com. That's mobilitymovement.com. And finally, C4 Energy, delivering the most effective, best tasting, and highest quality products for you. Get 20% off when you use the code Clydesdale at checkout when you go to c4energy.com. That's c4energy.com. And I am so excited to welcome my guest, Callista Lang, Atlas Games qualifier, semifinalist. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I've done a little bit of research on you.
Mm-hmm.
You are a Long Islander.
Yes.
Did I say that right? Long Islander?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, one of my best friends in college lived on Long Island.
Oh, nice.
In Nassau County.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to go up there on weekends, not for fitness or anything like that, but to have fun.
Yeah.
And so, have you lived there your whole life?
No. So I'm actually from Vermont. I've been in Long Island for 4 years because I was going to school here. So I go to Stony Brook University. I actually just graduated. But yeah, I've been living here for about 4 years. Mm-hmm.
So what did you graduate in?
I have a bachelor's in health sciences with a concentration in emergency critical care.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
So you want to help people?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Love it.
Did CrossFit give you like an indication that that's what you wanted to do with the rest of your life?
Absolutely. I've been coaching for about 4 years now as well. And I just love coaching so much. I love helping people and just like progressing. Like that's my favorite thing about coaching. So it kind of goes like hand in hand. I've always known that I've wanted to be able to help people with anything in life, whether that be their goals or helping just like, I mean, with my degree, kind of help save their life in a sense. Yeah.
That's incredible. So I noticed you've been doing CrossFit for quite some time. You've done the Open from 2016 forward.
Yep.
What got you into CrossFit to start with?
So I've always been very active throughout my entire life. In high school, I played basketball and I just wanted to get more fit for basketball. And my mom has been doing CrossFit for a couple years up until that point. And I had joined her on some weekends doing the partner WOD with her, but I didn't really know what it was. And then after doing that for a couple of weeks, I kind of just fell in love with it. So I just started going every day before school in high school. And then one thing led to another, and it became like my full-time sport, you can say.
At what point did you think that this could be like a professional sport for you?
So I had someone about 6 months into CrossFit reach out to me and say, I can see a lot of potential in you. I would like to train you. And at that point, I didn't really know much about CrossFit or as it was as a professional sport. And I was still a teenager and in the teenage division. So I didn't really know a lot about it, but that's when I kind of started taking it a little bit more seriously. It actually wasn't until I was probably about like, I gave it a real go as a teenager in the 16 to 17 division. But I just didn't have enough time in the sport yet. So it wasn't until I was really like probably 18 or 19 where I was like full dive into it, really was like, got my nutrition on track, got all of that stuff on track to make sure that I can actually try and potentially qualify for the games.
So interestingly, last year you qualified for semis as an individual.
Hmm.
However, you went on a team, the Spicy Little Mamas,
Yep.
and you competed at the MAC.
Yes.
So was that your first foray into the big stage of CrossFit?
Yeah, pretty much. I had done the Granite Games a couple times up until that point, but nothing really like a official CrossFit competition besides age group online qualifiers. Yeah.
So do you think that it helped you to do a year as a team before you went after it this year as an individual?
I think so, yeah. Just getting exposure onto the floor and exposure to competing throughout the weekend, I think really will be helpful for me coming up, leading up to Atlas Games. Now I know what to kind of expect. And just also watching the individuals, and I watched them the entire time I was competing as well. So just seeing like what it was like for them and also gaining that exposure to myself was really good. I think it will be very helpful.
One of the big challenges for a lot of athletes is how to plan the weekend
Mm-hmm.
because of the 3 full days in a row, the nutrition, getting calories in. Did you learn anything through that last year?
Yes, definitely. It was very helpful that, I mean, just being on the team, I always had people, they really held me accountable to make sure that I was eating, to make sure that I was getting food in my body right after an event. So I definitely think having a support network and a team with me really helped me. And I learned how much I really need to be fueling because like I said, I'd done Granite Games leading up to that point, but I didn't really fuel myself the way I should have. So I definitely learned a lot last year.
So speaking of that holding accountable, who's got your coach's badge this year?
Mike Verado, he is under sports specific power. He's been my coach for about a year and a half now.
And what kind of programming is that?
He just does like CrossFit programming. I have it individualized, so he does have like a template that some athletes can follow if they go under him. But for me, I'm individualized for him, so he gives me programming every single day based on what I need to work on.
Is he local or is that remote?
It is remote. He's based out of Jersey.
Okay. Do you get any opportunities to work out with him?
Yeah, so actually last season all my school was online, so I actually moved to Jersey and trained with him full time for about 8 months, I think. And from where I am in Long Island, it's only about an hour and a half drive, so sometimes I'll take a trip on weekends and see him.
Where are you going to, now that you've graduated from college, where are you going to permanently reside?
I'm definitely trying to stay in Long Island. The gym that I'm at right now, Port CrossFit, I love it there, and I have really good training partners. Mike Needleman actually is one of my training partners. He's great, so I'm really trying to stay here. If not, I'll probably head to North Carolina because that's where my family is right now. Probably settle there for a little bit.
So Mike, does he dance during workouts?
All the time. He's always dancing. It's great.
Yeah, I did his interview for Mac
Hmm.
and got to watch him last weekend.
Yeah.
I love that guy. He's awesome.
Yeah, I love him. He's a great training partner, just like his mindset and everything. It's great being in the gym with him and getting to work out with him.
So, how important is it for you to have that training partner moving forward?
I think it's super important to me. I've done training without training partners. Most of my training I do alone just because no one else really has my programming, but just to have that energy and that like vibe in the gym is really amazing. I've been here for about at Port CrossFit with him for about a year now, and just the growth I've had as an athlete and my mindset just being around him has been like insane. And I'll tell everyone that I talk to, like, he's just an amazing person to be around all the time. And he really helps. You know, when you're alone all the time, you can start making excuses for yourself, start feeling bad for yourself. And it's hard to do that when you have someone right next to you being like, nope, this is it. Like, you're fine. Like, this is just how the cards unfold right now, but like, just give it your all. So
Is anybody else going to join you up in Canada for the Atlas Games?
I will have my mom and my brother and my coach. They'll be with me.
Okay. Are they loud enough to take on everybody else?
Oh, absolutely. My mom, she's small, but she's really loud. You'll definitely hear her. Probably people will hear her in Long Island. That's how loud she can get for me. So
Yeah, moms have a way with that. I used to be a competitive swimmer. My mom embarrassed me on the daily
yep,
with her
that's my
screaming in the
mom.
crowd. Yeah, yeah. So only one of the workouts has been released that I can find, other than the two CrossFit workouts.
Mm-hmm. They actually just
How?
released the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How often are you refreshing your phone?
A lot. I have like, so Atlas Games has an app and I have my notifications on. So whenever they post anything, I'm like right on top of it.
So do you like the programming so far?
Yeah, I think it's really good. Just based off of the two workouts that I've seen so far. Definitely good programming. And I got to test a workout this morning. Definitely very spicy. So it would be good. It'd be fun.
Was that the lunge workout?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one does not look fun.
Yeah, it's very midline intensive. And the second workout they just announced has a lot of toe to bar. So it's definitely going to be a very interesting day one.
Have you tested the two CrossFit workouts?
Yes. In a lot of different ways.
Have you you have the advantage of going week 4 where you actually can try to figure some stuff out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you kind of get to see other people attack it and what happens by the way they attack it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you taken a lot of notes on that?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like the first week I watched Syndicate and Lowlands and Tori, and I was very surprised at how the legless rope climb workout went for a lot of women. And, I've had some people DMing me that have actually been at events telling me, like, make sure you chalk your hands really well, make sure you get clear contact with the rope. And then just seeing with the lift event, seeing what numbers a lot of women are opening up with, what smart jumps kind of are helping, what might be a little too risky. So it's been very helpful getting to watch a lot of these events happen and see what some people do.
Yeah, at the MAC on the men's side, the jumps I think went a little too high,
Mm-hmm.
and some of the biggest names in the sport were missing second and third attempts,
Yeah. Yeah.
which was crazy.
Yeah. I definitely, even like you said, like Noah Olson, just watching him and he kind of like started the weekend off in a hole a little bit, had to dig himself out. So that's not something I would particularly want. So just seeing that, like, have a safe opener, be comfortable on your second one, and then maybe take a risk on your third one is kind of the way that I saw would be the best way to approach it.
Yeah, are you excited about the legless?
Yes. If you asked me a year ago, I'd probably say no, but legless rope climbs have been one of my weaker points. So I've been hammering them so much during the off season. So I feel really, really confident going into that event.
Are you excited to see your improvement, or do you think you will have a good finish?
I'm really excited to see my improvement, but I do have expectations of having a good finish, and I'm really gunning for that top 5 spot. I feel like a lot of people might underestimate me. I'm not a huge name in CrossFit, but I'm really looking to go there and kind of make a name for myself and have a top 5 finish, qualify for the games this year.
So now that school's done,
Mm-hmm.
has training changed for you?
Not really. I've added a little bit of more volume in, but it's mostly been the same for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
My next question is, I lost my train of thought. I had something good there. So you're done with Sunday. It's all
Mm-hmm.
over. You finish the weekend. You punch your ticket to the games. we're going hypothetical here.
Hmm.
How do you celebrate Sunday night?
So much food. Like I've been really, really strict about what I've been eating recently. So I've actually been making a note on my phone of all the foods I want to eat or try after I'm done competing, and just hang out, maybe have a drink or two with my mom and my brother and my coach, and just celebrate and enjoy good food. It's always the best part about competing.
And you are 21, right?
I am.
And what is your beverage of choice?
Oh, I'd have to say Prosecco. I really like sparkling wine.
Okay. Yeah, the popular choice has been margarita. That ice
Uh-huh.
cold after a weekend of working out. A
Hmm.
lot of the contestants have said that because it's frozen, it's refreshing.
Yeah.
But so, what does the next week look like for you now?
So basically, I'm just gonna test some of the workouts this weekend. I actually will be going to see my coach this weekend. We'll run through a couple things, and then heading to Canada on Wednesday. So just kind of flush and taper on Monday and Tuesday, hit some movements that I need to, then head to Canada and go from there.
Well, sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Callista, I can't wait to see you at Atlas Games and what you do. We'll be
Thank
rooting
you.
for you. I want to
Thank
thank you so
you.
much for jumping on,
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
and we'll talk soon.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. Have a great
Thank
day.
you. Thanks. You too.